Hey guys, I'm Vinny. I am working on a project right now and I've run into a little bit of a problem. So I want to share the problem with you and go through kind of the problem solving I'm going through and just to show you a little behind the scenes type of thing. So here's the thing. I am making a trophy and I got this football trophy, this little football trophy. I don't want this base, so I just want the football part. So I used a hacksaw and just cut off the top, and then I want to attach this to the top of this wood, okay? And I was hoping this was solid, like solid plastic, and it is not. It is hollow, which presents a bit of an issue because there isn't a whole lot of surface area around the edge for glue to glue this into place. Before I cut it, I realized it might be hollow, and I was thinking I could just cut a very thin circle of wood and put that on the bottom here, glue that into place, and then glue it on the top. But when I cut into it, it is very irregular in there. Is it focusing? I don't know. It's very irregular in there. And so cutting a disc of wood just isn't gonna work. It's not actually round in the middle. So I had to think of other ideas. I thought about using clay and to fill in this void. I don't have any like air drying clay. I just have some polymer clay, but that requires you to bake it in the oven. And I don't know if this is gonna survive a trip in the oven or not. I don't wanna risk it. I could go out and get some clay, but I don't know if that's even a good idea. I don't know if the clay is gonna stick to this. This is like, I don't know what material it is. Some weird plastic. I don't know, it's a weird material. I thought about using epoxy, what's it called? Like epoxy putty, like a plumber's putty stuff, and using that to fill in this void, which would probably work. Although the one or two times I've used epoxy putties, I didn't get great results out of it. So I'm a little skeptical of trying that. I have had good results using this stuff. My local hardware store has it. It's I think that there are other brands of it, but it's a epoxy paste. Actually, I don't know what it's officially called, but it's more of a paste. It's thinner than a putty, but it's, whoa. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty thick stuff. It doesn't flow like liquid epoxy, so it's pretty thick. So what I'm thinking is using this stuff and just using a whole bunch of it and gooping it up on the inside here, and then hopefully there'll be enough of that, and hopefully it will grab on it. This is fairly textured, so I think it'll grab onto there, and it'll grab onto the wood. I'm gonna sand the wood down. I finished this already with lacquer, but I'll sand down the top, and there'll be a piece of fake grass to go on top of here with a hole, and then this, I'll put that in the middle, and I hope this stuff is strong enough and grabs onto both surfaces well enough, and that there's enough of it that I get a nice, good bond. It doesn't have to be super strong. This is a trophy. It's more decorative than anything, but it needs to be able to take a little bit of abuse. So I'm gonna try that. I'll show you some clips of that, and then I'll be right back. All right, I just finished epoxying everything into place. I applied a little bit of tape To be honest, I probably didn't even need to, but it does apply a little extra clamping pressure, so it went quite well. It was easier than I expected. The whole thing went better than I had imagined. When I started out, I was pretty nervous that this wasn't gonna work, but now I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think this is gonna work out. If anyone has any suggestions on better ways I could have done this, or at least alternative ways I could have done this, please leave a comment below. It's gonna be too late for me, but I always like hearing good ideas, storing them away in the old toolbox for future use. This epoxy takes 24 hours to fully cure, so I'm gonna let this sit for 24 hours, and then I will film a follow-up video to let you know if and how it turned out. So look for that in a day or two, depending on how fast I can edit the videos and stuff. If you're watching this after the fact, I will have a link down below to the follow-up video, and I will have a video link here on the end card in just 1 second. So thanks for watching, and wish me luck. I hope this works. All right, I've got it epoxied into place. I've got some masking, and it went quite well. I had a little bit of, apply a little extra clamping pressure. It was, probably don't even need the tape, but just to be careful, what? This stuff takes, oh, no. Everything was going well. If anyone has any film a follow-up video. Shoot. Thanks for watching. Check out the follow-up tomorrow and see if it works. Ugh.